Hi everyone, I thought you'd like to see what I've been working on for the last little while. I've seen a lot of tutorials on treat boxes, and I've sort of adapted them in different ways for different people, and I thought I would show you what I've been working on. The two that I'm working on now are in the form of a purse. So I'm not finished this yet, but this is going to be like a purse. I've used an old cereal box, and then as a gift, what I do is I create boxes. I don't know if you can see this. I hope you can see it. So it's treat boxes, and in here I've put hot chocolate, some Merci chocolate, tea and sugar, cookies, hot chocolate, and it's gonna fold up with a closure just to hold that secure. I use some brads to make handles. I hope you can see that. It's a fun gift to give to somebody. Now the next one I'm working on, I found these file folders at Marshall's one day, a folder, and they were on sale. So I'm using this. So I'm gonna do the same thing, and I've opened it up. Now what I've done is I've created little boxes or pouches, and lining them up with that. There's great tutorials on how to make these little boxes, but I'm gonna put hot chocolate in here. I'm gonna put some Merci chocolate. I've created some belly bands to put some tea in there. So I'm showing you what I'm doing here. So these boxes I've created by using my Score Pal and creating those creases, and I've put 2-way tape just to really secure this. So what I'm going to do is take that score tape off. I am always looking for things to give away to people that are simple. I just don't want to I want to make sure that none of my tape is. And what I'm going to do is to really secure this, because it's holding treats, is I'm also going to use glue just to make sure that that is. Now, this is my box, right? So, or my purse. And what I'm going to do is carefully, I have another one that's going to be beside this. So I'm going to eyeball it, kind of. Put it on as straight as I can. And I'm going to secure that down. I'm going to burnish this really well, just to make sure it sticks. My mind is always going, but okay. And I love this way of creating and giving away. So I'm going to do this second one. I'm going to do it the same way. I got my score tape. If you have questions that you'd like me to do a little bit more detail of how I do this, then just let me know, and I'll see what I can do. Alright, so here we are, and I'm going to, you got to make sure that your packages are going to be the right way up. I'm going to put this, and I'm going to butt this up to the side of this one. Now's a great time. Halloween's coming. You can buy a lot of those, you know, small packages of chocolates and candy. I've done boxes for people that are sick. Put a package of tissue, cough drops, some nice chamomile tea, Lipsil, you can do that. You could even do these packages for a young girl and put some facial packages in there, or lipstick. It's up to your imagination. Now I gotta let that dry really well. And just make sure that anywhere that it's needs a little bit of more of a, you could even fill this with, for a shut-in person, like stamps or note paper, pens. That'd be a nice gift. Your imagination, and my imagination goes crazy. But it's kind of a simple, you can use cereal boxes and cover with paper. That's what I did with this. This one, I had an old cereal box, so I covered that inside. And don't forget, any of you want, you can make it decorative by putting lace or anything. Here you see I put Merci chocolates in there. Simple, but fun to give. So the process continues. Okay, so I've got my boxes all together. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on some handles to make it look like a purse. So I've cut strips of the same paper, or you could use anything, you could use ribbon, but since this is paper, what I'm going to do is I want to stretch this paper a little bit, just a little bit, to round it so it will look like handles. Just paper, breaking down those fibers. There's one, and this, just breaking down the fibers so that they'll move the way you want. There, okay. So these are going to be my just imitation handles, and I think I'm going to put them inside. So what I'm going to do is with my, I'm going to put them basically where I'd like them. In my madness, try to center it as much as I can. Around there. Use a little pencil. I'm gonna just do corners here, so I know basically, and I want my hole to be there and around there. style. I'm just going to, I don't want the holes too big. Let's go with a smaller hole. Line that up. And I am going to turn it over, and I will make a mark where I want that to be. And right there. Hope I can see it when I, so with the same, I'm just going to line that up. Now, I've gone through my stash of brads, and I think this matches the stamp pretty good, so I'm going to put that there, and then just attach that brad. Make sure you turn it. Line it up. And that becomes your handle. I'm going to do that for the other side the same way. I am going to, just to cover that up a little bit, because you don't want it to be messy. And I'm just going to cut just 2 squares. You don't have to. You don't have to cover them up, but I think it looks kind of, I don't want it to look messy. So and it kind of holds it so that brad isn't slipping around. We'll do that for the other side. Put some weight on that to hold it somehow. This is where you wish you had more hands. But okay, let's straighten that up. Hold that for a while till it sticks. Okay, now with the chaos, this is the way I think. I'm crazy. I don't want to waste anything. So what I'm going to do for this, I've decided, because this looks like a suitcase or a bag, I'm going to do a label with as a tag. So what I've done is the same paper, which was the file folder, right? I've cut it in the shape of a tag. And what I've done is I've cut, and I'm sure you've all got these scissors. And what I've done is I've just cut on that paper, that file folder, there was stamps. So what I've decided is to not waste anything, and I've cut so that they look like postage stamps. Now there. Now what I'm going to do is when I cut my tag out, I just distressed all the edges. I'm going to distress, I'm not going to waste this because I have an idea for this. Because we all have things. You know what? We're not going out to the store like we used to. I want to use up all that I have. I'm going, so each one of these postage stamps was on, if you can see this file, it just happened, but you can make your own postage stamps. So I'm just going to distress them all. And I'm going to arrange them on this tag. See, some of them is like that, like that. So I think what I'm going to do So what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer them. So I'm going to glue this one down. Like that. And then I'm going to maybe layer these together, or have this behind. Maybe I'll have that behind, just with it. You know what? It's just being, this is what I do. I'm just gonna do that. Now I cut it like that. Maybe I'm gonna do that. Just cluster them. There, like that. Now I'm going to use my glue dot squares. I don't know about you, some of these glue dots that I get from the dollar store, they don't always stick as good as I would like it. So what I do is I just save money, and I'm gonna peel all them off. The bag that I'm doing with the map on it is going to go towards a missionary. 2 missionaries that have been overseas for years and years, and they've settled back home. And this is an appreciation of them, so I thought that that folder was fitting. Alright, now before I glue that, I'm going to put a little bit of lace, because that folder has a lot of collaging on it. Okay, so I think, and I don't mind, I think I like it coming off the page a bit, so I'm going to once again put a little bit of glue on each one, and there, I like that. So that's my next step, and I'm going to punch a hole, and I'm going to hang it from the handles of the bag. Anyway, we'll just use my handy crocodile. But you could do this with any tag. I think I'd like to find something, maybe, let's do that. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Put a dot there, and like I say, I just put extra glue there to there. I like that. Okay, and we shall move on. Okay, everyone, my treat boxes are finished, and here they are in the form of a purse. The front, I just kept it pretty simple. I just did a digital postcard there, and I did a tag with silk flowers that I took apart and distressed them and glued them on there. And I fastened this band with Velcro to open it, and there is the treat box. I'll turn it to the side. So here I have put cookies, some Dad's cookies, a granola bar. I put some instant coffee, a Nutri-Grain bar. Over here is assorted teas. Here is some Merci chocolates. And here is some hot chocolate. There's a diabetic hot chocolate in there because the person that's getting this is a diabetic. And a spoon. So that just fastens up like that. And it becomes a treat box. Alright, so I'll show you the next one. And I haven't quite finished it, so I thought you'd like to see it. So here's the one that I was doing that was from a file folder. I put some lace along there, and then in here I've put Dad's cookies, some instant coffee, granola bars, hot chocolate, tea, Merci chocolates, and a spoon. So I also did a band here to hold it together, and I've just velcroed here. I stapled it, and that will pull that up to hold it in place. Here's the tag that I made with you. Showed you how I did it. And again, I just used the file folder, cut that up, and did the stamps. And I thought that I kind of like this. This is a little bit of a contrast with the paper that's so busy, so I like that, and it matches the Eiffel Tower. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie it around there. Make sure that we got enough to tie. I'm going to just tie a bow. You can fuss with the bow all you want to make it look presentable. And so there is my treat purse, bag, a fun gift. I will wrap this, get one of those great big cello plastic gift bags and put that in there with a bow at the top, and that's what somebody gets as a gift. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you give this a try. If you want me to go through measurements, because every one that I do is a little bit different depending on the size that I make. But you can go online to a lot of sites that have treat boxes and get ideas from there. But I would certainly do that if you're interested. So have a good day, and God bless.